Welcome to the beginning of a new series on this channel. Well, I'm here at the UPS store and I have a very special package that I need to pick up. All right, so this might give you a little bit of a hint. You might be asking yourself, what does rely on batteries have to do with RVing? I'm at a place where we can open up and show you what is inside this package. The package itself is about 66 pounds. There are 2 lithium iron phosphate batteries in here.
From Reliant.
From Reliant batteries.
Oh, plus the battery monitor.
So plus, we have a battery monitor system that works with our smartphones. There is one of the lithium iron phosphate batteries. That's the battery, and yeah, it's still, it feels heavy, but if you feel it be with the lead acid, there's a huge difference. We are excited to start upgrading our RV. I think it's going to be a fun project. So join us for our journey to, what do you call it? I don't know. Solar? Journey to more self-sufficient, no.
Shorten it down, buddy.
Our journey to lithium and solar. We'll come up with a catchy name for this series. We are starting the process. The Diary of a Solar System. Let's get this on the road.
Why did you just pull that out?
We are going to get our 2 brand new Reliant batteries hooked into our current system, and that's going to be it for right now. Let me be honest with you guys. Operation Diary of a Solar System has not gotten off without a hitch. I was hoping to be able to get at least the lithium batteries and the lithium charger put in, and I ran into a bit of a snag. The bolts on the lithium battery are really short. I mean, ridiculously short. Literally, one item is only meant to be attached to that, and I was trying to get 3. I was able to get the other side plugged in, but I couldn't get the jumper cable and the negative and the ground hooked up into that. I was like, okay, I need to use my bus bar, which I have one, to get it all connected, but I needed to create another cable. Now, the cable, which is 4 gauge, and is using these connectors, it will not crimp at all, and the crimper is rated for 4 gauge. I'm now stuck with a jumper cable like this that I can't crimp anything to, which defeats the entire purpose. So we're back to the lead acids. We're back to what we're doing. One of the keys when you are making a solar system or a lithium system to be more efficient with your power usage, try to map out what you're going to do, whether that be on a piece of paper or whether that be what I'm doing right here. So let me show you. I have everything laid out on a piece of plywood. All this is doing is providing a placeholder for me right now. This is really close to what I'll probably be using just to start out with. The main reason I'm not doing something large out of the gate is our power usage is just not that great at the moment. Starting out this way will allow me to have the components I need when I decide to upgrade into a bigger system. This inverter is equipped to be able to get run in line with the power system in my RV. However, I'm still not sold completely on this running multiple power items in the RV at once. By limiting this usage myself into outlets that I put in myself, I feel a little more comfortable, at least starting out. Now I'm going to go over each of the individual components that we're putting into our solar / off-grid system. Let's start with some of the cable management. I'm going to be putting in 2 bus bars like that. It allows me to hook up multiple items, multiple devices that are using your 12-volt system onto these instead of this. These bus bars come in many different sizes. Now I'm going to talk to you about the cables. I am using 4-gauge cable right now. This is one that I've already made. What I'm going to be doing, and you'll see that when I put together this system, is I'm going to be measuring these cables to the absolute minimum length that I need. This will help the flow of power and will also keep things running smoother. Now, one thing you will notice as we go along in this Diary of a Solar System series is that you'll probably start seeing these cables get larger. You'll probably start seeing more fuses. You might start seeing a couple switches and things like that. This is a bare bones system that's going to help us be more self-sufficient, but it might not be the last thing we do in our RV. Now, I want to talk about the Victron BMV 712. This is a Bluetooth enabled battery monitor. So what is a battery monitor? In simplest terms, it monitors the power levels, your usage, and gives you the overall health and well-being of your battery. It also shows you how much power is being drawn, how far it'll be till you need to recharge your battery. This is a really cool device. It's not cheap by all means. This is a pretty spendy item. Most of these batteries do have the ability to charge with a multi-stage charger. Now, to get the most out of your lithium battery, you need a lithium charger. And I have one right here. It's a Progressive Dynamics PD9160AL. In its simplest terms, this is specifically made to charge a lithium battery. Now, I'm going to show you where this goes. Next item I want to go over is this bad boy right here. This Renogy 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter is one of the reasons why we got these lithium batteries. This is going to allow us to take our 12 volt DC power and invert it or invent 120 volt AC power. Now, most electronics, including computers, rely on a pure sine wave power, which basically is what you get off your house or your shore power. By having something like this, I'm able to run AC items like my computer off my batteries. Now, this will lessen the amount of time that we have to run our big massive generator to get work done. So we're really excited to get this bad boy put in our system. This 2000 watt inverter did come with these massive cables. Now, they are 2 4-gauge cables that have been spliced together. Like I said before, because we're only running small items, nothing large, nothing requiring a ton of power through this inverter. Once we get into more power usage in the system, once we upgrade and get more devices plugged in, these cables will get thicker. But for now, I'm just going to use what's included and then create the cables for everything else that I need. Last but the most important item that we are using and putting into the system is our Relion lithium iron phosphate batteries. We have 2 batteries, one here, you can see the other one sitting right there behind me. These batteries are our workhorses. If you've watched some of our live streams, you know that we kind of gave you the breakdown of what these components are. what they're going to be used for, but I'll go over that now. Our current system is pretty dismal. We have 2 lead-acid RV marine batteries that we use currently. They don't have an amp hour rating, but I was able to find a conversion that showed us how many amp hours we have, which ended up being about 67 amp hours per battery. With lead-acid batteries, you can only discharge it down to about 50%. So with 2 67 amp hour batteries, we were only getting 67 amp hours of usable power a day before we had to charge up our batteries, which for a lot of 12-volt systems, we could run all night and the batteries would be 2/3 if we didn't have to run the heater or anything like that. But if it was a warm night, it would have the refrigerator would be coming on all the time, and it would just suck up all the power. We are going from 67 usable amp hours to 200 usable amp hours. This is just a start. It's not the final system. Most likely we might buy a few more of these lithium iron phosphate batteries to get us maybe up to about 300 or 400 amp hours, thus extending the amount of usable power we can get between having to run our generators. Currently, we do not have a solar system. We do have plans in our Diary of a Solar System series to eventually get some kind of solar setup, whether it be a mobile setup, whether it be something more permanent up above. We will figure that out in the future. But for now, we're going to be using the system that we currently have and using it primarily where it's at the moment. This has been such a fun build so far. We're so happy to be able to share this with you guys. Now, we're going to stop this video right here, and you can join us for part 2 of this video coming out very soon, which is going to cover everything to do with the installation and how it all goes together. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, live life intentionally. Bye, everybody.